Yeah, good day to you, dear followers of Chief OGB Consultancy, Chief OGB Consult. Please, I welcome you to another tutorial. Our tutorial today we will be looking into certain requests I received to make a tutorial video on different roof designs, how to model different roof designs in Archicad. You can take down your pen and be noting down. You can jot down the different roof designs that we are going to be. You can jot down the subtopics or the topics we are going to be looking into in our today's tutorial video. We are going to look at different roof designs, how to model different roof designs in Archicad. Different roof designs in Archicad, and also we are going to look at how to tamper or do our dimensioning in Archicad. You can dimension your working drawings in Archicad. We are going to consider gable roof designs, Dutch roof designs, and also flat roof or hidden roof design. We are going to look into how to model those roof designs in Archicad, and also in the light of that, we are going to tamper our dimensioning, how you can easily carry out your drawing dimensions in Archicad using your dimension tool. Over here, look at your dimension tool. You can comfortably, I will teach you, I will take you through how you can comfortably do your dimensioning in Archicad comfortably, both your internal and your external dimensioning. So first of all, let's first of all talk about the dimensioning first. From the dimensioning, we are going to then move over to the roofs. So that I will not forget to talk about the dimensioning. Let's go to our first floor seal. Select your story level. If you have followed our earlier tutorial on story levels, how to do your level setup in Archicad, you will not find this strange. If you want to carry out your building dimensioning, after you must have set up your levels. If you want to carry out your working drawing dimensioning, you have to go your ground floor. You go over to your first floor seal level. Why am I saying that you should come to your first floor seal level? It's because if you are in your ground floor, let's select ground floor. This is what you'll be seeing. You cannot comfortably see your doors, even your walls. In your ground floor is where you do your preliminary sketches. This is where you use your line and your polylines. Your polyline to sketch out the building. Your preliminary sketch. You can sketch it out, and then you now start to insert your walls. Before you start to insert your walls, let's move over to DPC. You cannot also do your building, your ground floor dimensioning in your DPC. Why? You cannot do that in your DPC because over here in your DPC is where you insert your doors. It's over here in your DPC that you can be able to insert your wall doors, your ground floor doors, and then you cannot insert your windows in your DPC level. No. Your window comes from your first floor or at your first floor seal level. So as a result of that, for you to be able to carry out your dimensioning comfortably, your presentable working drawing dimensioning, you move over to your first floor seal level. In this your first floor seal level, you now look properly. You now see that your walls are showing, your doors are showing, and also your windows are visible. So it is in this level that you can be able to comfortably carry out your building dimensioning. If you are handling a multi-story project, In your multi-story project, you always like, okay, when you are doing your multi-story project level setup. After you must have reached your lintel. After your lintel, you get your decking beam. After your decking beam, you now get your first floor. Your first floor. After your first floor, after your decking beam, you now get your decking. After your decking, you now get your first floor seal level. You also, after carrying out your dimension in the ground floor seal level, you title here, you retitle your ground floor seal level. There is the upper one, you title your first floor seal level, and on until whatever level the project is height the project is expected to stop. You understand? Now let's move over. You see, our walls are showing, our windows are showing, and our doors are showing. Here now we can comfortably carry out our building dimensioning. Okay, I guess I did some few dimensioning here. Okay, I did this internal dimensioning with Archicad dimension 2. I did this internal dimensioning. You can be able to, I will show you how you can mark the points you want to dimension, and then be able to move your dimension line. That is the challenge there. You can comfortably move your dimension line to any angle you feel that will be suitable for your dimension to be in, where you want it to insert. Okay, in the light of that, let's practice with this particular drawing. Let's practice. Let's select our dimension 2. Okay, our dimension 2 is already selected. Now, first of all, let me take you on the internal dimensioning. Let me take you on it. If you want to dimension any room or space in your drawing, just move your cursor. You right click, or rather you left click at a point. Watch. You see, I selected this particular point. Let's move over to another point where I want the dimension to stop. Okay, right click, or rather you left click. Now come to the middle of both edges or angle that you selected. Now you double click. Okay, you now see a hammer-like cursor appear. This hammer-like cursor is the visible line that will be showing at the intermediate points. Now, if any place you want the dimension line to stop, you now be able to move your cursor. If you hold your cursor, if you are practicing along, hold your cursor, move it. Are you seeing that the line is moving? Are you seeing? If I don't want it to be here, if I want the dimension line to be here, I can comfortably move my cursor to any area that I want it to be. If I also want it to watch out of the wall, which is not reasonable, because this is an internal dimensioning, I can be able to move my cursor. Okay, let me stop it here. Okay, yeah, you left click once, and the dimension, you see that the dimension number will automatically appear, and the dimension line will be visible. You see? Okay, let's select this other area of the same room, this master suite. Let's select the other area and be able to dimension it, the other width, the width of it. Let's say we have dimensioned the length. Let's dimension the width of the master suite. Okay, observe closely. Okay, we are in order. Let's move the cursor. You come to the center, you double click. Now move the cursor. Do I want the dimension to come here, or do I want the dimension to come here? Anywhere you feel that is okay for you. You now left click once. You see the drawing, the numbering will automatically appear. The same process is what you do in other areas whenever you are carrying out your internal dimensioning. Now let me take you to let's say your external dimensioning, which is almost similar, but there is a normal trick I normally use. First of all, whenever I want to calculate my external dimensioning, let me show you a project I properly dimensioned. I have a trick I normally apply. I have a tweak I normally apply, and in that my tweak, I do dimension my walls. I do carry out my window, my door to door, my window to window and door to door dimensioning separately. I now carry out my wall to wall dimensioning separately before coming to carry out my should I say the total dimensioning of the perimeter. Let's look. It's loading. Yeah, let's wait patiently while the thing loads. Okay, let's open these. Okay, take a look at this dimension. If you observe, I have 3 layers, excluding my internal dimensioning. Okay, excluding my internal dimension that I did in area that I felt is necessary, or that was necessary. If you observe my external dimensioning, look at what I did. It has 3 layers. This first layer is used to show the component to component dimensioning. What I mean by component, the window to window, majorly the window to window spacings, or door to windows. I had my first layer indicating majorly the windows or door to window positionings or distance. Then my second layer is majorly for the wall to wall dimensioning. Yeah, if you want to take your dimensioning based on the windows, you take a look at what? You take a look at the first layer. But if you want to carry out your dimensioning, maybe you are doing should I say your building formwork, you are forming your walls. Whenever you are trying to set out or form your walls or block walls, you tend to use your wall to wall dimensioning. But when it comes to the place where you need to insert your windows and your doors, for you to be able to know the measurement of the windows, you take a look at the first layer, and then the last layer is the overall dimension, the sum total of the first and second layer. Let's test run it in our testing board. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at it over here. We have done this one, the internal dimension. The same thing you do there is the same thing you apply in other areas until you are satisfied. According to how you want the dimensioning, the drawing to how detailed you want the dimension to be. Okay, in your external dimensioning, once you pick a point, make sure once you pick a point, observe these. I'm not teaching a full novice, but even if you're a full novice, this video should be able to aid you to be able to be doing better than you are doing right now. So if you observe, this wall is a straight wall. There is no other wall that is what? That is should I say? This one is the external wall, the main external wall. There is no other wall that is having a recess from it. And so whenever you want to dimension a particular area or side of the building, now you pick a point at one angle. Now after picking a point, you also pick the wall. This wall starts from here to here. So having marked here, mark here also. This is how you do your Archicad dimension. Mark here. Observe it. Always check what you mark so that you don't make mistake. Okay. Make sure you go to the end, the intersecting angle. Okay. Then move. If you could remember what I taught you earlier, that my first layer I do my dimensioning in 3 layers. I like my dimensioning to be very detailed. I love having a detailed dimensioning, so as to aid in the construction process. So after marking these edges, these wall edges, move over to your window. Since the first layer has to do with majorly the windows. Wherever you see your windows and your doors, make sure you select them. Select them properly. Follow the process. You understand it. Follow me. This wall, do not neglect your walls. Do not neglect your walls at all. Follow. Make sure you are following. Make sure you are following. Follow me. Follow me. Okay, having selected all your points along that axis that you want to dimension, you now step out. When you step out, you double click you double click your mouse, your right mouse, you double click it. Okay, draw it. You see? Are you seeing it? The dimension line is now doing what? Is now extending. It's now extending to wherever you want it to stop. Okay, let me stop my first layer here. Okay, you see? Take a look at it. My first layer and the wall size is 225. Okay, see? This first layer is telling us, is giving us a detailed dimension of the windows. The windows, the doors, if there's any door along the axis you are dimensioning. Now let's go, we are done with our first layer. Let's go to our second layer dimensioning. The same thing we did, let's repeat it. Okay, let's select our wall. Let's repeat it. Now, this time around, you have to neglect the windows. You don't need the windows. You are giving a wall-to-wall detail dimensioning. Now you neglect the windows and the doors along that axis. Just pick up your dimensioning points according to the wall ends. The wall ends. That's how you do it. Just follow. I believe you grab it. Just neglect the windows along those axes. Just neglect them. Your second layer is not actually giving the aim is not about detailing the windows and the doors. It's about the walls. Now you also step out and then double click. You see? Now let me just shift it. Let it stop here. Okay. You see? Now this second layer is giving us a detailed dimension as regards to the wall-to-wall length or distance. Now let's do the last one, which is the overall dimensioning. The last one, just pick a point. When you pick the last point here, you go over to the last one, pick a point here. Okay. Then shift right click. Okay, you see this is how you also apply it in all the areas. If you want to dimension this other axis, you do the same. If you want to dimension this other axis, you do the same. This other axis, you do the same. It's just a simple process. I guess this tutorial has already exposed you to the secret of carrying out your building dimensioning comfortably in Archicad. Yeah. In the light of this, let's proceed. Let's proceed to our roof modeling. Yeah, our roof modeling. Let's see. Let me not use this drawing board. Let me see. Let me see if I can make use of this drawing board. Let me see what this drawing board has. Because earlier when we started our tutorial, we had an earlier drawing board that I made. Let's go back to our fresh drawing board. Our tutorial drawing board. Let's be patient while it opens.